Hello everyone and welcome back to Satisfactory. In the last episode we spent some time making a nice iron factory here, making us some screws, some plates, some rods. Also in the background I made a little copper thing up there. I don't think I showed it in the episode, but I'm just making wire and cable up there. In this episode I would like to finish the rest of the first and second tier here. So we just have field research, part assembly, jump pads, and the sync program. And I would also like to get the mighty space elevator built and see if we can't complete all of the space elevator parts to get us to tiers 3 and 4. So I'm just going to get started collecting some resources, making sure our power is still running good. I'll see y'all when I made some progress. It only took me like 2 minutes to get the wire needed to do this first upgrade here. We'll go ahead and unlock field research for us.
Milestone reached. Supply the molecular analysis machine, referred to as the MAM, with local resources to research and develop new technologies. Potential technologies include exploration tools, weapons, and factory buildings. These are essential for maximizing your Pioneer efficiency and alignment with Fixit's core pillars: construct, automate, explore, and exploit. To advance Fixit's mission, all notable phenomena, resources, technology, or other influence should be investigated regardless of any perceived danger, as stated in the Pioneer contract.
Alright, so we got our MAM here. And plop that down. Start researching some stuff here. Grab everything out of the box. This episode has taken a little bit longer to make than I had expected. I've been sick for weeks now. I had COVID, then I had bronchitis for a while and I couldn't breathe. Here I'm back. I'm almost back to normal. I'm playing Satisfactory again. Go ahead and research here. It's really useful to go down and research these trees whenever you can, because it gives you a lot of good items
belong to an organism
to make later on.
Nest near objects emitting specific types of resonance. Spitters are called as such due to their ability to create and spit plasma across long distances.
I'm just going to go through and do everything that I have access to right now.
Sometimes toes need to be stepped on for the sake of progress. Fortunately for you, I have no toes. Your enthusiasm for saving the day has been noted.
Thank you, Ada.
Your attitude has also been noted. The message you just skipped is one of the winners of the monthly Pioneer's Choice Most Interesting Message Award. What a shame. I see that I'm talking too slow for your taste. I hope that was enlightening.
Yeah, I want to get overclocking. That'll be really useful soon.
That's exactly why the Save the Day program exists.
Overclocking comes in handy in those big factories. Overclocking and underclocking. I'll actually show you real quick.
Overclocking development completed. Power shards can now be inserted into all buildings to increase input and output speed.
So you can see this bar is now unlocked, and we can drag up and down to choose how we want to clock the machines. Very nice.
The crystalline mineral was a previously unknown variation of quartz, with uniquely large and flawless crystals, normally only found in synthetic quartz. The industrial application of this mineral will follow that of its synthetic counterpart.
In the time that I haven't played, the Xmas event ended, so you'll see there aren't any presents falling from the sky anymore.
This unknown chemical element was in reality an unusual mixture of solid sulfide and sulfate materials from which sulfur can be extracted. Sulfur's primary use lies in fertilizers, which we have no use for. Instead, this element enables access to more volatile obstacle clearing and pioneer
Ada, you're
defending
talking a lot
tools.
here, and I want to talk as well. Okay. So finally in the MAM here, we have 2 hard drives. You can scan these. They take 10 minutes each to scan. And then I'll get a choice between a couple different things. We can choose different recipes to make items. So normally to make something like screws, you would need to first use iron, turn that into rods, then use rods, turn into screws. There is an alternate recipe to turn iron ingots directly into screws. There's all kinds of recipes like that throughout the game. So just, I don't know, it makes things different. Not everyone's factory will end up being the same because they can choose to build things different ways. Super handy feature, so we'll go ahead and get these scanned up while I do some other stuff. I just wanted to quickly show the little copper setup I made here. I don't remember if I showed it in the last episode or not. We simply have one copper node. It's melted. One side gets directly made into wire and stored. And the other side gets made into wire, then turned into cable, stored here. Super simple. Not really anything special, but that's what we have got going on up here by the power station. So I've just gone ahead and unlocked the part assembly milestone, which has unlocked assemblers for us, as well as a couple other resources we can make, and smart plating. And as you can see in the description, this is the first component that we need for the space elevator to complete the first stage of the game. Now, you cannot craft this by yourself. You cannot craft these by hand. You have to use the assembler to make them. But before we get started on that, now that we have the assembler unlocked, I want to finish this little iron factory that we were messing with last time. Specifically this part over here. I showed you all I was making extra screws that weren't getting stored. We're going to route this around, combine with our plates, and make reinforced plates around here. So I am going to go ahead and get started on that. Now we used to have our little storage box for the plates right here. I've just moved it off to the side with a splitter, because we're going to take some of these plates. I believe I'm making 40 plates a minute. Yep. So I don't know exactly how many we need quite yet. For now, we're going to take 20 plates a minute. We have our assembler here, and it's quite big. It's 2 foundations long. I believe our only real option is to extend it that way. And do that. We have our nice assembler built there, and it's got 2 inputs. And you'll see here, it's a little different than the constructor screen. We only have items that can be crafted using 2 items. Rotors, modular frames, and reinforced iron plates. So, for now, we just want reinforced iron plates. This is going to use 30 plates a minute and 60 screws. I can't remember off the top of my head from last time, so look. Oh yes, we're making way more than enough screws. We're not making quite enough plates, but honestly, I don't care about 100% efficiency right now. I just want to get this actually being made. And we're just going to a little storage box. Nothing fancy. power to this. We have a power pole. And for these, I like to do nice 90-degree turns just because it looks nice. So, showed this in an earlier video. Get this lined up properly. Such. And I believe it was level 2. I have enough plates for this. Just enough. Very nice. I just need a regular belt. Ignore these rocks. Again, this whole thing is going to get torn down. No, I can't do my nice 90-degree thing here. Actually do this instead. Just because I'm feeling OCD about it right now. Alright, and for now, it's only going to be pulling 20 plates a minute down this path. But again, I don't really care, as long as we're making some of these. Because I will need them a little bit later on, not quite right now. Alright, we finally have some plates coming down the path here. We can see our first reinforced plates be made. That's so cool. There we go, reinforcing our plates. Alright, and on to the next thing. I've gone ahead and overclocked this limestone miner here. I don't know if you'll remember. This node is impure, so the miner was only producing 30 limestone a minute. And this constructor needs 45 to run at 100% efficiency. So I've just popped in one power shard, turned it up to 150%. Now we're producing 45 a minute, and this will run more efficiently. Save me some time in the background. While getting all the resources I need for building the space elevator, went ahead and completed the resource sink program. And the awesome sink and the awesome shop are super handy to have. We'll go ahead and show you where to sit down. The shop is full of all kinds of cosmetics and random other things to add to your factory. Well, statues and stuff is kind of end game things. But some of the main things we're going to be looking at to get later are these conveyor lift floor holes, wall holes. Wall power outlets are really nice. You don't have to have power poles inside your factory. I also really like the concrete foundations. The asphalt foundations really makes it look like roads and make your factories actually look like factories. All kinds of different customization pieces you can add, doors and stuff. Here. You can actually just buy parts straight from this as well, but it's kind of a waste of your tickets. Now, to get tickets, you have to use the awesome sink. I need 10 reinforced plates for. But you basically... It's almost like a recycler where you put items into. And based on what item you put in, you get a certain amount of points, and then the points add up to tickets. And the more like complicated or the more steps it takes to make an item, the more those items are worth. Let's go ahead and go back over here and we'll build a sink. Now for now, we don't have a lot of rare or expensive items to spare, but we can put some junk, spare regular items we have there. Concrete. In the background, I'm just making all the resources I need to build the space elevator. Just a bit of waiting, a bit of messing around for now. It's quite big, actually. Put it back here. Now we do have to hook this up to power. And you can't just put stuff in it. You need to have a box and a conveyor belt. That. Now let's see, we can just hook it up to that power pole. You can see we need 500 points for our first coupon. I'm just going to throw in extra rods. We have a lot of those. Extra plates. And this cable. And screws, why not? And we'll just let that feed itself in. And you'll see we'll start getting points. Now again, these resources aren't worth very much because they're very early game resources. But eventually we'll get coupons to print out and then we can spend them on some nice goodies in the shop. Now, I already know a bit about this game. I've played through the first couple stages a couple times. So I know that for the first space elevator, you need 50 smart plating. And smart plating is a rotor and a reinforced plate. Now, I'm not going to automate smart plating like in a factory right now, just because you don't need it for anything else. But what I am going to do is, since this is going to take forever to build all of them, you make like one per minute and I need 50. I'm just going to set up just a little thing here so that it just starts working on that already. We actually have the rotors from crash sites that we ran by. We just need 50 of those. We have our 50 rotors in there. And then we will just need 50 reinforced plates that we'll go grab. I went ahead and got our 50 reinforced plates. Smart plating here. Get up to some power. For now, I'm just going to throw this in a storage box. Later on, we will put that in the space elevator once we have it built. As you see, I've just been sinking a bunch of random extra garbage that I have. And we have a couple tickets here. I'm going to go ahead and print these out. I'll actually show you. Let me grab that. Take single ticket. Go ahead and put that in there. Think of that one.
Fix-It sees what you did there. How creative. I have also been creative. There is something extra special for you in the awesome shop. It is a marvel of technology. It is truly the shape of the future. I will be sad if you do not use it and love it, and tell any friends you make in the future all about it.
Alright, so Ada has put something special in the shop for us since we sunk a ticket. Go ahead and see what that is. There we are. A little Cybertruck. A little poke on Elon. Funny little Easter egg there. We will not, at least not anytime soon, be buying that. It is square wheels. It's not useful whatsoever. We do have 6 more tickets. And we will go ahead, of course, we have to get a coffee cup. So with the rest of our tickets here, I went ahead and got the concrete foundation material, because that's my favorite. And then door walls, so we can actually build walls around our factories and get in them. Go ahead and buy those. A little coffee cup there.
Official Fix-It coffee cup unlocked. Do not purchase unauthorized Fix-It
Lovely.
coffee cups. They have been known to explode and attract wasps. Unauthorized Fix-It coffee cups lower your attractiveness to your preferred gender and/or your sense of well-being if you have no gender attraction or preference. Official Fix-It products can be licensed for your use from official Awesome Shop installations only. Come to the best shop on the planet for the best deals on all official Fix-It supplies, guaranteed.
Thank you, Ada. We do have our smart plating being built here. We only have 7. So it's been 7 minutes since I started this. Actually, 3.5 minutes, 2 per minute. I'm not good with math. Go ahead and get the space elevator built. Now, our first hard drive has been scanned, so let's see what options it gives us here.
Hard drive analysis completed.
All right,
Alternative
here
recipe
is
selection
the
available in the MAM.
alternate recipe that I was actually talking about. Are ironed directly into screws. Now, I'm not really going to mess with either of these right now, but cast screws, definitely going to take that one first, and we're going to go ahead and get our next hard drive rocking and see what we can get out of that. There are other things you can get other than recipes. There's like more inventory slots, I believe. That would be quite useful. Our inventory isn't that big right now. I have gathered all of the resources I need to build a space elevator. I just want to show you guys, this thing is freaking massive. Eventually I will create a place for it to like permanently stay, because you can pick it up and move it. For now it's just going to go here, but this thing is just insanely big. All of our resources going into that.
Project assembly initialized. Congratulations, Pioneer. The space elevator will now automatically connect with the Project Assembly orbital platform. Project assembly is divided into phases, each of which require the delivery of project parts, such as smart plating, via the space elevator. Subsequent phases unlock access to new tiers with more advanced technologies to construct, automate, explore, and exploit. It is time to be honest. This project is part of the Save the Day program, the largest united undertaking in human history, destined to save us all. Earth is in peril and only Fix-It pioneers offer hope for survival. Fix-It is counting on you. Humanity is counting on you. Do not let Fix-It down.
There we go. That's kind of the lore of the game there. We're saving Earth by making these parts and sending them back. So, as you see in the top right corner now, to complete phase 1, we need 50 smart plating. Let's see here. We have 24 done. I'm actually going to wait for it to finish, and I'll build a belt, send them all in. We can watch it shoot off. And you just place it in there. But for now, while that gets built, I will go ahead and finish all of the little thingies here. So I have just completed the final milestone here. So we've completed all of tier 0, tier 1, and tier 2. And while that happened, my second hard drive finished scanning. So we check that out. We got iron wire again and caterium wire. We haven't messed with caterium yet. I think we just unlocked the ability to scan it. So obviously we'll go with that one. I don't have any other hard drives for now, but there are a bunch in the game. I think there's more hard drives than there are recipes, so you can get everything in the game, and there's extras in case you lose one, something like that. I just wanted to point out, as you can see, we have our whole iron factory there going. We have our concrete, We have our copper up there running. We have this little extra assembler working. And the awesome sink going. That early game power station that I built and make 450 megawatts, we're only using 216. I may have gone a little bit overkill up here. We've actually run out of biomass or biofuel here. There should be plenty for it to keep running for a while, yeah. In the next episode, most likely I'll be making a a coal power station that will run all by itself, and this will be decommissioned. But it's definitely served me well. Like, you could probably do with half of this size. You don't need, was this 15 of them? You don't need all that for right now. But there'll be a nice boost of resources when we scrap all this later on. Now, since I've last played this game, all of this stuff is different. Back when I last played, Sam Ore did nothing. And these Mercer Spheres and Summer Sloops did nothing. Now I know there's like dimensional things that you can do with them. I don't know how all that works. We're gonna have to figure that out. If anyone knows already, please tell me in the comments.
Summer sloops are
Our final smart plating has been completed. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to belt this into the space elevator. It doesn't matter what conveyor belt slot you put it in. There's 3 there. I think there's 3 on the other side. Get that loaded up. And there actually is like a little... There's a front to the space elevator with a little platform here. So we will go ahead and we'll actually use this when we are ready to send them off into space. We successfully loaded up all of our smart plating. We're going to go ahead and send this off.
Welcome to the Project Assembly Pioneer Progress presentation. Congratulations, the Phase 1 project part shipment is now ready for delivery. On delivery, Phase 1 will be completed and the distribution platform will be constructed. After completion of Phase 1, the technologies of Tiers 3 and 4 will become available in the hub. Highlights are automated power, steel production, personnel transportation, and many more. Completing Phase 2 of Project Assembly is your next main objective. New project parts will need to be produced and delivered to the space elevator as you have done previously. Continue to construct, automate, explore and exploit for a better Fix-It future.
There goes our plates.
Phase 1 of Project Assembly completed. This is only the beginning of Project Assembly, the first step towards saving the day. You have performed adequately so far. Reminder, not only is Fix-It saving humanity, it is saving all of Earth, including kittens and puppies. It is statistically likely that you appreciate the continued existence of kittens and/or puppies. Continue the work for their sake. Continue the work for Fix-It. It is time to start the work on Phase 2 of Project Assembly.
I do care about the kittens and puppies. I have a cat myself. Alright. Our space elevator has some new fancy parts on the top. You can see in the top right. Now for Phase 2 we need 1,000 of that plating. 1,000 of whatever that other thing is, and 100 of whatever that other thing is. Which we are a long way from completing that step. For now, we can go through and look. We we've completed tier 2. We have 3 and 4 unlocked. Full power. This is for sure the first thing we will unlock and we will set up. 150 reinforced plates, 50 rotors, and 500 cable. That's easy enough. And we will start getting into fluids. Fluids are interesting in this game, to say the least. They cause a lot of hiccups for people. We will go ahead and get that done. There's trucks and tractors. I've never really used these. Get into some steel. See what else we got. More steel. Level 3 belts and stuff. Very nice. Power stuff. Cool. So in the following episodes, we will start working on that. This is where I'm going to end this video here. I'd appreciate it if you enjoyed, if you could like the video, subscribe for more Satisfactory gameplay. The next episode, we're definitely going to start working on coal. That will allow us to deconstruct the whole biomass power station there. And then we don't have to worry about filling it up constantly. And most likely, we will be moving zones, creating a more permanent hub. Because this area is really good for beginners and early game stuff, but there's a lot of impure nodes. Stuff isn't really close together. We need a more centralized location with a lot of valuable resources. Alright, well with that, I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.